I read a lot of books where a lot of people that are older than me typically say they realize that their better years are suddenly behind them, or they suddenly woke up and there was more time behind them than there was in front of them. It made me really think as I turned 26 today. Whenever you watch this, it might be a couple days or a couple months or maybe years. It's an interesting phenomenon in terms of time and kind of how that works for all of us and how we immortalize ourselves as we, try to figure out what we're doing, what we're supposed to be doing here on this earth. It's funny enough, I actually recently watched Interstellar for the first time. Yes, for the first time at my big old grown age. And it was a crazy experience in the terms of time relativity and how that works in like space and time and more nerdy shit. It made me really think about the idea of life and the stages of life, and just how people typically say that their better years are behind them, and really thinking about the fact of how each stage of life has its own opportunities, its own moments, its own challenges, and how your better years behind you is subjective. It's really a subjective concept based off of like your mindset at that moment in time. If whether you're doing better than you thought that you were, or whether you were doing worse than you thought you were. It's a cultural obsession that a lot of people, or that I'm starting to recognize, the cultural obsession with peak years, and why growth, technically, it's not linear. Growth is not linear. How you are at this point in time is not how the next person is going to be at that moment of their time. They might learn a lesson way later than you will, or you might learn a lesson way earlier than they will, and Lord knows what particular reason that might be for. There's often a fear of running out of time, and it can block people from making more meaningful changes in their life. Thinking that they are suddenly not able to accomplish the things that they once thought that they would, because of whether it be the means or the time or the effort that they are able to put in now, as opposed to if they started before. Regret is often a thing that a lot of people talk about. It's a very common ideology. It's important to embrace the future with optimism. I'm starting to realize as time goes, each moment is an opportunity, and you have to look at it as such. You have to look at the silver lining in as many things as possible as you can. Things strive off of good energy, and without good energy, realistically, you're just depleting yourself of energy. Without replenishing it, without getting close to whatever gives you that good energy, you're really depleting it from yourself. As I grow older, I'm starting to realize that really not everybody gets the opportunity to get older. Hitting 30, where once I would have been like, damn, like I do not want to be unk on the block. I do not want to be pushing my unk status, or whatever I used to always say. And I'm starting to realize that it's a blessing. You hope to be able to get to some of those ages. So you have to really take it as it comes. Be malleable with it, in the sense that you don't have to be a certain way because you're a certain age. There are a lot of people that you might describe as immature, but realistically that's not being immature. They're just still living within their own inner child. Nothing's changed from their personality as they've gotten older. That's really all it is to it. And plus there's something that needs to be said for the gratitude of having the time to be able to create, to love, to enjoy, to be angry, to be upset, to have emotions. For me, it's to create, having more time to create and to put my stamp on the world, and do the different things that I want to. For me, turning 26, I just want to keep pushing. I want to keep going harder. I want to, put more gas on the pedal. I want to just keep going harder. That's really all there is to it. I went through a lot of growth years, a lot of change years, a lot of trying things, a lot of seeing what works, what doesn't. I'm still seeing what works, what doesn't. I'm always going to be seeing what works and what doesn't. That's part of really being a creative, or doing this at the very least. But it's fun. It's the journey of kind of going through it. In my 26th year, I look forward and still see myself kind of doing this or doing something like this many years down the line. It's exciting. I look forward to it. I don't see myself stopping, which is really dope. It's really rare that you get to kind of do something that you actually enjoy doing, and whether it provides you monetary gain or not, if you would do it just to do it, I always suggest that you go forward with that, because that's really what your calling is. And I bless that everybody gets great wealth and fortune and success from everything that they want to do, no matter what weird niche thing that it might be. I encourage all of you to look forward into your 2025 as we begin this year. Look into the things that you want to achieve. I really push you guys to think about your goals and dreams, and your perception of time, how you look at, your time on this earth, how you spend it now, how you want to spend it, the changes that you have to make. And I encourage you to make those changes today. Don't wait till whenever. Don't wait till your birthday. Don't wait till New Year's, do it today.